Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work. Make 'em go, as you shoot across the sky.
Hi everyone. So this week we are talking about childhood religion, and I think it's the religion that you were raised in, and what did you like and what did you dislike about that religion. I was raised in a fairly religious household. We were raised Baptist, and the things I liked and disliked being raised religious. I liked it in the sense that I was educated about it. Like, I know the Bible, I know, majority of what Christians believe, and Rachel is still, she's of the Christian faith, and so that was a plus. A negative was, with me being the way that I am, I always felt somewhat alone. Like, I never felt like I belonged. I always felt like people were judging me. It wasn't a very, it was strange because I felt like people would like me as long as I fit into this box of what I guess I was supposed to be. And if I didn't fit in that, I felt like people were going to not like me anymore, or they were going to talk about me behind my back. And it made for a very stressful life when I was younger. I grew up with a lot of mixed feelings, a lot of confusion about who I was. And, going to church 3 or 4 times a week, I'm not exaggerating, was a lot to deal with and a lot to take in, and still trying to figure out who I was and thinking, oh my God, God hates me, or, I'm a sinner, like, what's wrong with me? Why am I this way? Is God gonna love me? Am I really saved? It was just a lot of confusion. So that was a big negative for me. And that's a lot of what drew me away from Christianity. Now, I do pretty much still believe in one God. I do. That's just me personally. I'm not a practicing Christian. I will probably never be, because I just don't feel like that is my path. But there is love there, and there is good people there, although I feel like I can't be a Christian and be true to what the Christian faith asks you to be, because I can't stop being myself, regardless of whether a deity is asking me to do so, or my parents or my family or my friends is asking me to do something that I just cannot do. And I feel like a lot of people in the Christian faith are very gung-ho about, like, switching you over to their faith. It's all about, witnessing and, getting God's word out there. And I understand that, but at the same time, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to constantly be on top, to constantly, try to be the best Christian. It kind of feels like a competition, and who's closest to God, and who, has won the most souls over, and who's in choir, and who preaches, and your family does this, and your family does that, and who's, it's such a competitive religion. I feel like it's so competitive, but I mean, honestly, that's in all religions. And when I got older and got married, I just said, I'm done with this. I'm done. I need to find my own path. And, I went through that path online, and, went from, confused spiritualist to Wiccan to pagan to Wiccan to witch to not sure. And I've just come to the conclusion. Sorry, I'm on a different camera and I can see myself, and it's distracting me because I'm like Dory from Nemo. It's like, but I just am not a religious person. I'm not religious at all. I show reverence to, a greater power, and that's fine. I'm just not a religious person. I feel like religion was man-made. Every religion was somehow man-made. And I'm just not a big follower in things, I am a practicing witch. I do witchcraft on a regular basis. But as far as religion, I'm just not a religious person. And that's just something that I've learned about myself through this religious journey of Christianity and Wicca and Buddhism and Hinduism and, you know, all this other stuff, I just have learned that none of it's for me because I'm just not a religious person. I don't think that, you know, you should have to do certain things on certain days or certain times of the year to connect with deity. I just don't think that that's necessarily for me. I don't feel like I have to do that to connect with a higher power. Now, a lot of people do. A lot of people are religious, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just not for me. And, you know, that's just it. I think religion is a beautiful thing, but it's just not something that I can practice continually. And that's why I've just, you know, as of me, myself right now, I just feel like it's about spirituality. I focus on my spiritualism and how I feel towards deity, how I feel towards the earth and the things around me and the elements. And that's important to me. It's not so much about the repetitiveness or the religion or the guidelines of whatever it is you're trying to follow. To me, it's just not, it just doesn't resonate with me. And I have found that out. And that's pretty much my story and how I am on religion and how my childhood has affected my religion. And I'm sure it has affected it because of all the troubles that I had. It makes me not even want to, you know, deal with religion as a whole. And I feel like I've just rambled on for 6 minutes and 15 seconds. But I hope this video makes sense. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.